So currently, we have come from a history of different games. You have Melee and you have Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Both of them are different in their own ways. Currently, for the Super Smash Bros. Basics of what you're going to be seeing today, the goal is to knock the opposing fighters off the stage. You guys are already familiar with that. Each fighter starts at 0%. The damage increases as each fighter gets hit. As the percentage goes up, it does become easier for a fighter to be knocked off the stage. When a fighter is knocked off the stage, it is a KO, and the player then loses a stop.
Very excellent description right there, and this tournament is going to feature a lot of different things. It's not just going to be 1v1 Fox only. We're going to see some smash balls. We're going to see items. We're going to see singles, doubles, and 4-player free-for-alls as well, too. And you look at what you're possibly most excited for here, Vicky, and it's a chance to see some of the finest players in the world partake in action here.
Yeah.
And Vish, tell us about some of the stuff we're going to see from these players.
Well, for round one, it's going to be a doubles match between Zero and Armada versus Abadango and Plup. We have never seen these kind of matchups. We are seeing a Melee and Smash 4 come together. I am so excited for what's going to happen here. But yeah, our first match is going to be Zero Armada versus Abadango and Plup.
And let's talk about the character selection here. We heard we're going to have around 30 characters here. So here's how it worked. We have 8 professional players, and they did what's called a snake draft. They drew numbers, and they were each assigned a number 1 through 8. Number 1 got the first pick for a fighter. Number 8 got the 8th pick. So you have a pool of 3 fighters. 1 through 8 picks,
right.
And then 8 gets the first pick for the second fighter.
Right.
Then you go back down to 1, and then 1 gets the first pick for the third fighter. Why do you have 3 fighters? You have to use a different fighter your first 3 matches. After that, you can go back and use the same fighter for the rest of the match, as we said. So, for example, if I want to go with Mario, Donkey Kong, and Bowser, I have to use Mario, then Donkey Kong, then Bowser if I want to get back to Mario. So, Vicky, it forces these fighters to maybe get out of their comfort zone and use someone that they might not typically use.
Right, they can't use the same character unless they transition through the other 3 characters they've originally picked. So that forces them to try out new characters, but also showcase to our audience what characters and what kind of moveset you'd be expecting when you get the game.
And we already have these characters selected with the players. They did the draft earlier on, so they are set to go. They've had well, some very familiar faces as we get set for the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. And let's take a closer look at how this first round matchup will work up amongst these 4 professionals. We bring out 4 of them, so that means it's going to be a doubles match to get things started here. Smash ball on, items off. And below each character, below each player, we should say, you see the 3 characters they drafted. So, Vicky, let's get your early thoughts on the decisions for Zero and Armada.
So for those of you tuning in, you guys know who Zero is, the best Smash Bros. For Wii U player with a 56 tournament win streak throughout nearly all of 2015, second at EVO 2018, 1 Frostbite, 1 EVO. It's going to be fantastic. Vish, what are your thoughts on Armada?
I mean, Armada is just like the Melee side of that Titan that is Zero. I mean, he's won Genesis through 2 through 4. He's won EVO 2015, 2017. He is a team's god, so it's going to be amazing to see how he fares up, especially with a dynamite combo like Zero.
And I have to say this without squeezing by, Plup choosing Ridley as one of his characters, so we will see Ridley in action today, quite possibly. And you see Abadango getting the chance to choose his coveted Mewtwo as well.
Yeah, Abadango being known for his Mewtwo and as well as his Pac-Man, so it's going to be quite interesting to see.
Let's get set for our first matchup in the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. You see the 2 teams, Zero and Armada, taking on Abadango and Plup as we get set to see the first ever competitive matchup in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. They're getting their characters set to go as we take a look at the stage here. And Vish, just the excitement we feel here in the Belasco Theater.
Yeah, man, it's just like you're saying, this is the first competitive set we get to see in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I am really excited for what these players have in store. I'm curious because as we talked about earlier, you have to choose one of your 3 characters in your arsenal during this match. And it looks like Armada is going to be going with Samus. Plup is going to be going with Ridley.
Abadango going with Core, and then you see Plup with Ridley, as you said, Zero with Mario, Armada with Samus, and early on already, Samus taking the brunt of the damage here. Mario doing a great job staying alive, edge guarding on the side, but here comes Armada and Vicky. That smoke is going to help us determine who launches who off the side of the map as well.
Exactly. The color smoke that you are seeing displayed here indicates that the player that launched that character in general is the one that incited the move that sent them that far.
Yes.
81% damage for Armada, as Armada trying to avoid some more attacks. Meanwhile, Zero with Mario. Ridley gets sending to the side of the screen here, Vish, and Armada following up once again.
Yeah, and I really like the game plan that Zero and Armada are doing. Armada seems to be either covering the ledge or the center, and they keep going vice versa, and Armada cleaning out that edge guard on that stock earlier.
Plup losing the first stock of this match, 2-on-2. Armada and Zero doing a terrific job of keeping their opposition at bay, but you see Corrin bouncing Armada in the middle of the stage. Armada able to come down, that smash attack being protected by the barrier. Ridley sent off to the side, but oh, there goes Armada, and the red team losing their first stock here, Vicky, as we see Abadango holding strong with Corrin.
And as you saw, the smash ball being caught on the top of the stage, unfortunately, is not going to be caught. Here it comes back, getting caught once again. Is anyone going to get it? Zero with the bear, catching it immediately, and unfortunately missing the very first smash ball that you see Zero obtain.
Zero with the foul ball. Abadango still alive with all three stocks, but Plup is down to his final stock, and Ridley, there goes Corrin, sent off to the right-hand side of your screen, trying to get back on. Plup doing a fine job as well, too, applying some pressure. Beautiful job there of clearing out some traffic. And Vish, we continue to see lots of pressure being put on by both Armada and Zero.
Man, I gotta say, this stage with that, the ceiling like that on top makes it such that if you're in the center of the stage, you don't get sent off vertically. So they're kind of opting to fight there if they're at a higher percent. You see Abadango's kind of staying there because he's like, you know what, I can maybe tech off the top of that. Maybe I can DI to make sure that I'm on the top there. And unfortunately, he loses his stock.
Abadango losing his first stock. Blue team 2-1. Meanwhile, it's 2-2 for the red team of Armada and Zero. And now Abadango gets sent out again, and it's 1-1 for the blue team. Armada and Zero, they smell blood in the water here, Vish.
And Plup, you saw it using the share stock because Abadango was doing such a good job being a stock tank in the center of the stage. Oh man, Ridley, kind of a difficult character to use, it seems.
Zero trying to recover, but Plup with a beautiful up air sends Zero off to the side of the screen. Zero's able to recover. Armada applying some zoning pressure, those projectiles from Samus. Plup able to clear out Zero once again. Armada at the top of the level. Abadango using that up air on Armada. Zero with a couple of up tilts against Abadango and Plup to rack up the damage, and Zero, Vicky doing a great job of staying alive with Mario up until then, of course.
Commentators curse, Jordan, but Armada was doing such a good job at catching Zero and making sure Zero was safe and sound in the middle. As you can see, they are fighting in the middle. No tech zone here for what it seems. Aba trying to cover his teammate as he makes it back onto the stage. Armada doing a good job, as you can see, maintaining stage control with Zero, though.
It's actually a pretty even match, as we're saying that Zero's the only one with like a huge lead, but oh my god, and Plup with a huge back air. And that'll be it for Abadango's last stock, and that's it, the game is over.
That is game. Armada and Zero doing an excellent job of clearing things out, and you mentioned the fact and Armada getting the victory, which means the two buddies get a face-off against each other in the next winners round. No. Coming up next, though, we'll have our next set of doubles, and for those players, let's take a moment and get to know them just a little bit better. And once again, some big-time names as we introduce the other half of our competitors here. And Vicky, what can you say about some of the accolades of these players here?
Well, Mr. R is one of the players that a lot of people know from Smash Brothers for Wii U, 5th at Frostbite 2018. He did do 2nd at EVO 2017, so that definitely put him on the map. He also helped mold the Sheik meta. So Mr. R, being a known player, making his ways around the community, but also MkLeo, a prodigy to his respective game, very young player, 17 years old, coming all the way from Mexico.
And we take a look at the player cards and see what characters our players selected for this opening round. And obviously, there are 3 that they drafted here. Mr. R, you see the selection right below Lucky, MkLeo, and Mango. And how about the Inkling decision for Mango here, Vish? One of the new characters of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Honestly, I'm really excited that Mango got Inkling because, you know, his playstyle is reckless. It's flashy. He's not afraid to risk it all. He's like, you know what? This is a new type of character. I'm just going to play it right away, right off the bat. Why not?
And Vish, as they get set, take us through some strategy with doubles, because obviously there's a lot going on the map, and you want to make sure that you have some focused, concentrated attacks, but it's not 1v1 where you can really just focus in on one target.
Yeah, true. And the percentages also work a little bit differently in doubles. You know, the normal hits don't do as much percentage as they would in singles versus doubles, but a lot of it is just kind of like taking up space with your player. Oh my God. And Mango going Ganondorf right off the bat. I like it. But yeah, so they kind of want to just go around both the other players, kind of pincer them in certain situations. One person grabs the edge, one person stays in the center of the stage. Those are the basics to kind of play doubles really well.
Let's pick this up in Moray Towers. Red team, Mr. R going as Cloud. You see the limit meter right there. A couple of up tilts by Lucky, and you see Mango using Ganondorf and Vicky. Ganondorf brings a new weapon to his arsenal in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Ganondorf now has a sword for his smash attacks. As you saw earlier, Lucky losing his shield quite early within the game. And I'm so happy we get to see a display of Ganondorf not just using his fists and his feet, Jordan, but also the sword.
And Vish, you look at this map, all the different levels, it's going to be really hard to establish a neutral game when there's so much verticality in Moray Towers as Cloud gets sent to the top of the screen, and now Mr. R taking a trip to the left.
Yeah, I think moves that have huge hitboxes do really well, as we saw the smash attack from Bayonetta going through the platforms like that. I think huge hitboxes like Ganon's as well will do really well on this stage, so great choices from everyone. Cloud also a huge sword hitbox will kind of just traverse and cover the stage really well.
Mango in the middle of your map right now, paired with MkLeo's Bayonetta. 3-3 stocks for the blue team. However, Lucky losing the first stock, and it's 3-2 red, and Mr. R at 135 with Cloud at the top of your screen, trying to avoid getting knocked out. Then you see another fighter to your left, Mango, able to recover with Ganon on the left-hand side, but Lucky sends him down off the stage here, Vicky, and now it is an equal game between red and blue.
You had a very similar fight to what people noticed from MkLeo and Mr. R, and unfortunately Mr. R star KOing in the background and losing a stock, left with 2 stocks in total now.
MkLeo with Bayonetta doing a great job of hanging on, still on the stage. 3-2 advantage for the blue team over the 2-2 for the red. Mango with Ganon, missing with a couple of forward tilts right there, but you see Mr. R, nice work with the up air, able to connect. MkLeo able to punish Lucky right there as well too, Vish.
Are you guys noticing that it feels like Mango's going right for Lucky every single time they're together? I see some heated battles coming up right now. Mango's like kind of just abandoning his teammate. He's like, you know what, Lucky, I'm coming down for you down there, man. See me.
Lucky unable to recover at the bottom of your screen. He's down to his final stock. MkLeo, though, Vicky, still with his 3 stocks. He will refuse to KO, but here comes the smash ball. Lucky's gonna go ahead and grab that. We know with that smash attack, you want to make sure your opponents are lined up. Oh, but no! Self-inflicted KO, Vicky, and you gotta be careful. You can't get too excited.
Unfortunately, he was facing the wrong direction and caused himself to lose that stock, Jordan.
Oh, but we see Lucky getting the KO on MkLeo, and it's 2-2 blue team. However, 1-1 for Mr. R and Lucky. You're looking for MkLeo and Mango to close things out. Mango doing a great job, and oh, look at the top of your screen, Vish. What did we just see there?
Oh man, a vertical KO. I mean, now it's just a 2-on-1 situation. What can you really do, man? This is difficult.
Mango with a nice back air, and Ganondorf, MkLeo trying to use the down air. Lucky trying to elude and just get on some type of even footing. Oh, beautiful counter against Ganondorf, sends him off to the side, unable to recover, and Mango down to his final stock. MkLeo, though, still has 2. You figure, and that's the pivotal. Oh, but it's not enough. The huge contact there. Hanging on, but yes.
He's living again.
He refuses to quit.
That
Lucky trying to hang on. You figure the cutscene is a KO. But when you're confusing this system, you talk about being able to stay alive, and just relentless from what we saw there. MkLeo, especially with that Bayonetta, Vicky. We'll see how these fighters will continue to make their way. So MkLeo and Mango, they get the victory, which means they will face off in a 1v1 coming up next, and it will also be 0 versus Armada in a 1v1 as well too. But let's get to our elimination bracket, because obviously it's double elimination in this tournament. You got to send some folks home if you don't keep winning. It'll be doubles at this point, which will then send us to a 4-player free-for-all in the next round. So you're going to have Abadongo and Plup versus Mr. R and Lucky in some doubles. And once again, when we look at those doubles, it seems like Vish, the fighter that's able to really make the most of having those 3 full stocks. We saw that with MkLeo, with Bayonetta. You're able just to apply consistent pressure, and we've seen that in both fights as well, too, having the lead with the 3-0 stock.
Yeah, I mean, that just gives you that huge 2-on-1 potential, and now going into this match, they can't use that first character they had in that arsenal, so now they got to switch between the remaining 2 that they have. And I'm really curious to see how Lucky, with his fast-paced kind of play style, is going to change versus Plup and Abadango, and how Mr. R is going to go through this, man. It's going to be crazy.
Let's take a look at the updated player cards and see what characters are still available for choice. As we said, players drafted 3 characters, and once you've used a character, you can no longer use them. You see that character that's ineligible, they are grayed out. So for Abadango, you've got your Mewtwo and Pac-Man still, Plup, Pit and Villager, Mr. R, Ryu and Little Mac, and then for Lucky, you have Bowser and Fox. So you look at some of the available characters here, not too many big, heavy characters out there here, Vicky.
Not at all, but you still have to watch out for them because, as you notice, things are a little bit different in 1v1s versus free-for-alls or teams. The damage does not scale the same. As in 4-player free-for-all, the damage scales less than when you're in 1v1s.
And Vish, you look at the fact that you have items on now for this doubles elimination matchup, and you also have the Smash Ball on, and so when it comes to items, how do you go about and change your strategy with that? Because that's not what we typically see in competitive play.
Right. I think it was clever, if this was what Lucky was thinking, to keep Fox because he has the reflector, which does so much more when you have items. I mean, it reflects back items at twice the force, and if you have Pokemon, it reflects back. Oh, but he says no, Vish. I'm gonna go Bowser.
We've got Mr. R as Ryu, Lucky as Bowser, Abadango as Pac-Man, and Plup as Villager. Both players, they have 4 stocks each. Items are on, so keep an eye out for that as you see the chocolate bar fly through the sky. And already, Lucky choosing Bowser. You see how big of a target he is, Vicky, taking on lots of damage at 65.
He may be taking on a lot of damage, but he also deals a lot of damage on his own, so you're going to want to watch out as the trajectory of the game sends you pretty far.
We see the Starman assist trophy come out, and what's different is if you can KO the assist trophy, that's going to eliminate a stock, so keep an eye out for that in this version of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We already see our first fighter sent flying off the screen. Lucky. Abadango on the right-hand side trying to recover. Oh, and Ryu goes out already.
Oh my God, we got Knuckles. Knuckles the assist trophy.
Knuckles the assist trophy, breaking the hearts of so many, but here he comes trying to assist the blue team.
X-Bomb deployed off the side of the stage as well, too. You see some bottles of milk flying in there, trying to get some help. Plup doing a great job with that forward tilt, clearing out the room of Lucky. Both fighters getting juggled in the air, both Lucky and Mr. R, and Smash Ball on the stage. This can certainly turn the tide. Abadango and Plup still with 4 stocks each, and Mr. R losing his 2nd stock there, Vish.
Oh yeah, and no one has seemed to got the Smash Ball. They all really went for it. I mean, that really changes the pace of any kind of match. Oh my, and Plup going so far for it, doesn't quite get it. And Lucky with the Giga Bowser. What is he gonna do? What is he gonna target? This punch is brutal. And Abadango going down.
Waka 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 Pac-Man sent off the stage right there. Lucky using Giga Bowser and the punch, but now Bowser and Lucky down to 2 stocks. You've got a huge advantage for the blue team as Abadango still hasn't taken a damage on his 3rd stock here, Vicky.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's a Waka goodbye to Pac-Man, but it doesn't matter because they're still in the lead. Aba holding on to the bomb, and Mr. R out of the stadium.
Ryu down to his final stock. Mr. R really gonna have to hang in there tight. You've seen the pressure applied from both Abadango and Plup, 2 speedy characters working their way around the stage right now. Pac-Man using the down air on Lucky. Lucky getting sent sailing. We now have our launch star, one of the new items. You get sent into that, and that does it. That sends Bowser top of the screen KO. Both Mr. R and Lucky down to their final stock. No stock sharing at this point here. Abadango, Plup looking very healthy at this point here, Vish.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, that star launcher is really strong. I mean, it KO'd Lucky at such a high percent off the top like that. I really like it, but I think now it seems like Lucky and Mr. R are kind of slowing down the pace. They were going really, really fast at the start of it, and they got comboed quite a bit, and now they're kind of controlling center as best they can, but the stock lead is just so substantial for Abadango and Plup.
Oh, Bowser with the fair. That's going to clear things out. Abadango at 3, Plup at 2. Mr. R, he is eliminated, and you've got Lucky at 82%. It's 2-on-1 and plenty of stocks for both Abadango and Plup. Abadango at 103, Bowser at 113. He's hanging on still. Both fighters, though, have him in his sights. Lucky trying to hang in there. Plup doing a great job with those juggles there, Vicky.
Yeah, he was doing a good job at avoiding Abadongo and Plup and avoiding trying to get hit by them and instead opted for them to get the blast. But oh my goodness, we're having the three-part ship here from Kirby Air Ride. I'm so glad we were able to see that once again come back to the Smash Games, Jordan.
A decisive victory. Nicely done. As we get set to advance on our professional side of the tournament here, we're gonna have a one-on-one, Zero versus Armada. They were on the winning doubles team that overcame Abadongo and Plup earlier in our first round of action. Let's take a look at the player cards here and see who they might be selecting. You see Zero has Sheik and Ike still available. Armada, Pokemon Trainer, and Kirby and Pokemon Trainer. A few changes that will certainly benefit that style of play in this edition here, Vicky.
It's going to be quite interesting because this time around, Pokemon Trainer has no fatigue.
And you talk about that ability with no fatigue and interesting things you can do in the air here as far as combos and dodging, Vish, when you're using Pokemon Trainer.
I think it's actually really cool because Squirtle, you know, he has like lighter hits, so he can do light hits and then maybe switch in the jump animation. You can switch Pokemon in this version, so then you can switch the Ivysaur, do a finishing move that way. And I think the really interesting thing is you have 3 sets of recoveries with Pokemon Trainer because of you can do it while in the air. So I think that'll make you can use Ivysaur's tether recovery. You can use Charizard's multiple jumps. You could use Squirtle, and he goes Pokemon Trainer.
I choose you. Ike versus Pokemon Trainer. Smash Ball on. So Vicky, with that Smash Ball being on, how does that change the strategy in a 1v1?
Well, as you notice, the Smash Ball doesn't usually appear in the beginning of the match and more so in the middle of the match. So I know that Zero is going to be keeping his eye out for that, and Armada is going to want to try to take it over Zero before he tries to snipe him.
We talk about Armada has a very strong punish game, so he will look for holes in Zero, but Zero getting the nice grab into the side throw. Armada down below Zero at this point here, and Vish, it's one of these levels. We talked about Moray Towers, hard to establish that neutral game consistently.
For sure, for sure. But I think Ivysaur is a great choice in this kind of stage because the vines kind of go through the platforms as well, and even the up air, the bulb kind of hits out the platform. But the really cool part about Ivysaur is how fast he KOs his opponents. That up air will get you at like even 100%, so you got to really watch out for that.
Both fighters finally on neutral ground. The punish by Armada right there after blocking the attack from Zero. Zero with the up air. That sends Armada selling to the side. And how about the fair that we just saw from Zero there, Vicky?
Yeah, he's doing a really good job at keeping Armada off stage and unfortunately unable to make it back. You saw Armada rolling a lot, and we've established already defensive play in this game is not rewarded, Jordan. It's more so aggressive play.
Well put, aggressive play, and we see Armada go with the much faster Squirtle this time against Zero. Squirtle with the nice dash attack into the up air. That's going to send Zero sailing. Zero able to recover, though, nicely. And you look at Ike and those multitude of recovery options. That's going to really help out Zero as a heavier character, Vish.
For sure, for sure. I really like the way that these players are playing. They're using the whole stage. I kind of thought they would be either in the center and whatnot, but they are just going all across the board. There's so many ledges that they have to edge guard, so that makes it quite harder, and I feel like that gives kind of a bit of an advantage to Ike in the way he recovers because the way the side B goes through the stage and then the up B goes so high up, but a little bit of positional advantage for him.
Squirtle with the nice back air against Zero, unable to get onto neutral ground and make a punish there. Armada versus Zero. Armada down to 2 stocks. Zero still making the most of his 3rd stock, but Armada, and we see the weight of Zero and Ike really benefiting him right there, Vicky.
Yeah, these ceilings are absolutely humongous, but there's a Smash Ball, and Armada knocking Zero out of the map and trying his best to try to get the Smash Ball, but Zero is not having it. Although he lost his stock, he still manages to get the Smash Ball and manage to land the Aether.
Unbelievable turn of events right there as we see Zero getting the KO on Armada. Armada down to his final stock and Vish. We thought Armada had a chance to get the KO against Zero and grab the Smash Ball during spawn. Wasn't able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of the plight of Squirtle, unfortunately. Not like a huge amount of damage output in a quick amount of time unless you combo it, so Squirtle wasn't able to get the job done. And I just came through swinging, and he destroyed my man Squirtle. Why you gotta do Squirtle like that, man?
A couple of down tilts by Zero, unable to connect. Armada doing a great job of jumping from the lower level to the top level and connecting with a couple of those aerial attacks against Zero. That up air does a great job. Ivysaur and Armada trying to hang on with their final stock, and Vicky, once again, Zero doing a great job making the most of he can with his extra stock advantage.
Notice the pressure that Zero is applying on Armada as Armada's trying to find his footing back below the platform of Zero. He's trying to figure out a way to not get pressured as often.
Yeah, I mean, the sword just does such amounts of damage and covers so much of the stage. I mean, the vines do a little bit, but again, Squirtle is not working out very well, and the vines only hit at like diagonal kind of trajectories. So just Ike's sword is putting in so much work right now.
We see Zero and Ike trying to gain the upper ground on the ramps and try to get some of those down tilts. Forward air, not enough to send Ivysaur off the stage. Can he recover? No, the vine is too short. Needed a little bit more sunshine, water, and fertilizer to get that one to the edge of the stage. And we see Zero doing a great job of not only edge guarding, getting the victory over Armada. Zero will advance in the winners round to the finals of the winners round prior to the grand finals. Up next in our winners round, reminder, Smash Ball on, items off, MkLeo versus Mango. And you were talking about MkLeo a little bit earlier here, Vicky. Zero had that unbelievable year in 2015, won 56 straight tournaments, but many people say the youngster MkLeo could be the second coming.
Yeah, he revolutionized the way that Marth played in a sense where consistently was able to master his spacing, was able to change the way Dancing Blade even worked with tipper mix-ups. So seeing how he's going to be going into this game, you already saw him display Bayonetta. So he does have two other characters that he can use, Jordan.
Let's take a look at those character cards for both MkLeo and Mango as they get set. And we remind you, they drafted 3 players. You have to use all 3 players at least once before you use another character again. You can write them out. Oh, and you look at MkLeo, you've got either Snake or Sonic. For Mango, you've got the Inkling or Link as an option. And you look at a 1v1, and let's start with Mango here, Fish. You've got Inkling, you've got Link. It's a 1v1, so you can really focus and concentrate your strategy. Who do you think you might want to lean on here?
I mean, Inkling, I feel like might do a little bit better in one-on-one because some of the dynamics of Ink is that if you throw Ink on your opponent, they get more damage subsequent hits. If you have Ink on the ground when you use your roller, it causes the opponent to slide or walk slower while it's on it. So I feel like you could even tech chase a little bit with the side B, and then from there you can have the slower movement work really well in a one-on-one type situation. Link is also really good because his bombs detonate after you hit down B again. So there's like a lot of setups you could do a little bit better in one-on-one situations with both those characters. I have a feeling that he's gonna go Inkling. Yes, and Mango going Inkling, fulfilling the fans' desires and wants.
Wah, 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 wah. Sonic versus the Inkling, Mango as the Inkling, and already we see Sonic, a very fast, speedy character. You're gonna have to be really accurate against him, Vicky.
Yeah, Mango was telling me how he really likes the way that Inkling plays, and he would probably want to play Inkling when it comes to this game. The character has a lot to offer, especially coming from the Splatoon series. You want to keep your eye out for that final smash, so you're gonna see Mango try to go for the killer whale.
Yeah.
And you see the ink cartridge next to the Inkling. You've got to remember you have to refill that. You can hold shield and B if you want to refill it. All of your ink-based attacks need to use that ink. And so not only are you managing the stage here, Fish, but it's ink management as well, too, if you're Inkling.
For sure. I mean, the ink on the ground might not do too much against a speedy guy like Sonic. And I just got to say, I love that we're playing on Saffron City. That is amazing that it has come back into this game.
Yeah, Sabrina and her Psychic Pokemon getting a great show here with Mango and MkLeo as both Sonic and the Inkling. Don't forget, Smash Balls are on. Oh. And here it comes. Let's go ahead and dial that up here. Sonic trying to get it. Oh, but MkLeo sending the Inkling out of the stage, has a 3-2 stock advantage and a Smash Ball. So, Vicky, it's all about the timing when you use this. And here comes Super Sonic.
Yeah, you don't control it this time around, but MkLeo creating a gigantic wave, preventing Mango from landing, but unfortunately not dealing as much damage as we thought, Jordan.
Yeah. MkLeo, 3-2 advantage, 75-32. You look at the health, 75 for MkLeo, 37 for Mango, and a nice little up air by MkLeo as he continues to keep the Mango and the Inkling at bay here, Fish.
Yeah, and I think because of how tall this stage is, it's kind of working out for Sonic. You saw MkLeo go on the right side bottom, and not really fearful because he has the huge double jumps and he has the up B as well. But yeah, nice stock from Mango, taking it.
As you saw in that moment, actually, he used the up smash and it was able to KO us early because when Inkling splats people and you have paint on yourself, the ink that sticks makes you take more damage in that instance.
You saw that up smash, pulling out the blaster, the Inkling able to make it 2-2. Now let's see if Mango can make a comeback. Beautiful fair there by MkLeo, trying to keep Mango at bay. The roll dodge into the back throw, sending Mango off the stage. Oh, and the edge guard by the fair. How about that right there, Fish?
Yeah, I mean, he read the jump beautifully and got that backer. He's putting in work right now. I can't say anything negative about MkLeo.
MkLeo, 2-1 stock advantage over Mango. Mango already at 47% damage, and Vicky, it seems like MkLeo doing a terrific job of juggling Mango in this matchup.
He's not letting Mango hang out at all whatsoever on this stage. MkLeo, you can tell he's here to stay in this tournament, even if it means eliminating his own teammate, Vish.
Yeah, I mean, it really feels like even the neutral game is being led by MkLeo. Just the hitboxes he's throwing out, Mango's kind of going into them, or just reading where he's going. And he's getting all these combos, the up airs, stringing the up airs. What can Mango do? Can he bring this back?
Mango at 120, MkLeo at 42. MkLeo looking for one more splat on Mango at this point. You see the jab combo, that's gonna cover Sonic with all sorts of ink. And if you're Mango, you gotta connect on a couple hits at this point. You know that Sonic's gonna take much more damage if you can connect, but no! The forward smash by the ink-covered Sonic will go ahead and allow him to take a victory shower after that as MkLeo advances. And Vicky, as we said, and as Vish pointed out, really MkLeo dominated the couple of victories that we had in the winners round, which means what a matchup we'll have. Zero versus MkLeo here in the next winners matchup. 1v1, both of those fighters able to advance on. So we'll obviously move to the elimination bracket at this point as we get set for our next matchup there. And like we said, different set of rules in the elimination bracket. We now have a 4-player free-for-all. Smash ball on, items on between Abadango, Plup, Armada, and Mango. So Vish, you look at the rules, the 4-player free-for-all. Where do you begin with strategy in this one? Items on as well, too. Abadango down to Mewtwo, Plup with Pit, Armada with Kirby, and Mango with Link. And so really, Vicky, a collection of some light characters, Link being your heaviest one out there.
Yeah, and I'm so happy that we're gonna finally be able to see Breath of the Wild Link Jordan. So it's gonna be seeing how Link uses his bow and arrows. We saw that in the direct earlier. He is able to pick up his own arrows and use double arrows whenever he uses his bow.
Yeah.
Let's get set for this 4-player free-for-all. As a reminder, only one player advances out of this matchup, so a lot on the line here as we continue along in the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018.
Actually, Mewtwo is also a very cool pick because of how much space his tail takes. If you do down tilt or forward tilt, it kind of just hits pretty decently hard. It can combo well, and it takes up a lot of space. So I think Mewtwo's also a really strong pick in this kind of setting.
And Vicky, you look at Mewtwo's tail and Link's sword, and a lot of times you hear some of these competitive players talk about disjointed hitboxes and hitboxes. How do those come into play with these characters? As we see Midna, the assist trophy, make an appearance.
They do a really good job at controlling spacing in general, and look at Abba taking advantage of the healing field right there. He was lingering around it, and it allowed him to heal within the battlefield. So you're gonna want to keep your eye out for these items.
Oh, we see the up smash into the air right now, and already Palkia flipping the screen upside down. And this is interesting against human characters. The controls are reversed, and so you might see a lot of these players not move as much at this point here, Vish.
Yeah, they kind of just stood still. Everyone was just like, what is going on here? I don't understand where I am. So everyone just took a little breather.
Oh my goodness, but Plup with that down air spike already trying to be pretty dominant within this free-for-all.
Oh, and we got a smash ball. Kirby using all his jumps to get up there, but no, Mango gets it and misses.
Oh, the ancient arrow.
That's the Mango.
They're great against Guardians, but you gotta connect if you want to make good use of them. You see Abadango, Armada, Mango, all with 3 stocks, but how about Plup here, Vicky? 135, but all 4 stocks available.
He's doing a pretty good job at trying to edge guard Armada, makes it back into the stage. Armada trying to get away from Plup, notices that he's in his line of sight.
Assist trophy on play. Oh, and we have a Nintendo. Oh, that's a good boy. That's a good boy.
Why is it Nintendo in Smash?
You're a good boy. Oh, yeah, you're a good boy. Plup at 135 still. All 4 stocks, but Plup gets sent sailing. Now all 4 fighters at 3 stock. Remember, only 1 advances. Armada trying to edge guard. Oh, Plup with a couple of beautiful aerials there, Vicky.
Double backer into those double stocks, and as you see right there, the Color TV game 15. Everyone knows what game this is, obviously. Assist trophy. Plup is just doing a great job at just edge guarding nearly everyone on this match.
see Mango on the left-hand side of your screen as Link, getting back up on the stage, trying to edge guard against Armada. Mewtwo connecting with the Shadow Ball as well, too. A couple of those three-piece items still up for grabs. Nobody has one in their arsenal at this point. Plup trying to clear things out. Kirby doing a great job of clearing some real estate as well, too. Oh, and here comes Bomberman as an assist trophy.
Oh, no, Bomberman is an assist trophy.
Watch out. Oh! Link able to hang on, but the Shadow Ball connects with Link on the left-hand side of the screen, and Mango down to his final stock here, Fish.
Yeah, that's another great part about Mewtwo. I mean, he's got huge hitboxes, and he can charge up a projectile that also KOs really well. He's pretty good in teams in free-for-all, man.
Darkrai putting a few folks to sleep. Link gonna go ahead and put on that jetpack. Nice up air by Plup. Plup sending Mewtwo off to the right-hand side of the screen. Mewtwo able to hang on and grab that ledge.
Yeah.
Plup still trying to clear people out, doing a great job, has these 3 stocks. However, let's make that 2. And Armada's your leader with 3 stocks at 117.
And the Kyogre. What's gonna happen here? Oh, okay, all right. But yeah, like you're saying, it felt like Plup had the advantage for quite some time, and then Armada kind of just snuck into the lead. There were just some careful play. Now he's staying on the top platform like that so he doesn't get hit, and he gets the smash ball. Armada with some optimal play right now.
Kirby and Armada with the smash ball. 1, 2, 3, couple of combos. Has Link spinning right now, and that's gonna send Mango out of the game at this point. Here's Electrode in the middle of the map, getting ready to explode. Players cautiously keep their space. Up, that's a dud. Hold on, keep an eye out for that, though.
Oh, you can...
Friendly fire, and Mewtwo's eliminated by Electrode, and now it's down to Plup and Armada. Both fighters relatively at the same percentage health. Armada as Kirby, Plup as Pit. Only one fighter can advance, and now it shifts to one-on-one, Vicky, and where does your strategy change?
As you can see, Armada was playing extremely patient, sneaking his way up into the lead versus Plup. He was doing a great job at ledge guarding all his opponents, but it seems right here, Armada with the change of momentum, and once again, Kirby Air Ride is gonna make an appearance.
No!
And he misses! And he misses!
You can't hit what you can't see. Plup able to air dodge, and that's a critical point right there.
That is an amazing air dodge. It felt like Armada was just watching him go every time. He felt like he was just actually waiting for that defensive option, but Plup just delays it even more slightly. And Plup, happy to take center stage, kind of pushing Armada into the left side of the stage. He's doing a little bit of comboing. You see Armada, what he's trying to do is stay underneath Plup and get his up tilt combo started, leading into back air. And a decent amount of percent right now on Plup.
Plup doing a great job of blocking and punishing anytime Armada tries to come in with an attack. Both fighters unable to really connect, but here comes the side throw by Plup. Another item, that's going to be an air ball, sends Armada off the side of the screen, but you know Kirby has that terrific recover. Here comes the Warp Star. Kirby trying to hop in his ride and close this thing out.
Oh.
He's got the Warp Star available.
And Armada with the tech! The tech from Plup!
Already the tech coming out. Oh my goodness, and Armada completely changing the pace of the game, Vish.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to go for the edge guard with the down air, and then he got the up B and Plup teched it. This is some high-level smash ultimate, and he gets the cutscene. Still living. That DI. Oh my.
Is 2 going to be enough? And yes, that will do it. Plup moves on from our 4-player free-for-all elimination round. And how about that, the back and forth, but let's point out that highlight, that tech off the stage that we saw there, Vish.
Yeah, so he had, actually there was a Warp Star on the left side of the stage. Armada was just like, nah, I'm not even gonna go for it. He goes for the down air, and then he had to recover, so
set for what appears to be a titanic matchup between Zero and MkLeo. 1v1, Smash Ball is still on, items are off. The winner of this will move on to our grand finals. The character selection as well, too. We know that both of these fighters have used 2 of their 3 characters, so by process of elimination, it's going to be Sheik for Zero, Snake for MkLeo, and let's just put some more historical reference on this here, Vicky, a matchup of these 2 types of caliber of players.
This is no strange match, Jordan. We are very used to seeing these type of players. Unfortunately, when Zero retired, we had not seen him play MkLeo for quite some time. So watching the comeback on this stage for the Super Smash Bros. Invitational is insane.
Both these fighters getting set for a big-time matchup, a spot in the grand finals as well, too. And Vish, you just look at the ability that these players have. This is a game that they haven't really had a chance to play for that long, but some of those same principles get ready to help them move along. Let's get set for action here, though. 1v1, MkLeo versus Zero.
Oh, man. I'm actually, it's crazy that Zero actually saved the Sheik for at this juncture of the tournament, because I feel like that's probably his strongest character in his arsenal just from the little that I got to watch him play. Because the forwarders still kind of link in a very similar way to Smash for Wii U, and you get the bouncing fish in a very similar way as well. But air dodges are not nearly as strong, so bouncing fish actually becomes like such a strong tool. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about that, Vicky.
Yeah, aside from that, I feel like bouncing fish actually comes out a lot quicker, and the grenades, Sheik's grenades no longer sends her into free fall, so she is now able to recover without accidentally SD.
Oh man.
MkLeo at 49, Zero at 49. Both these fighters still at neck and neck, even at this point, 3 stocks each. Now we look at the advantage as Zero doing a terrific job with the juggle off the stage here, Vicky.
Yeah, Snake now still has bomb recovery. He could also throw a grenade in 3 different distances depending on how close to yourself that you hold the analog stick. And it's insane. Zero, though, showing that Snake is nothing with that up smash. Catching his landing again, Jordan.
Zero with the pair of up smashes gives him the early 3-2 stock advantage. And Vish, already we're seeing the speed of Zero versus MkLeo and Snake.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's doing a really good job just kind of being underneath where MkLeo is, and he gets those tilts into those forward air combos. That's just so much damage, so much consistent damage from Zero. Feels like MkLeo can't get quite the same damage output that he is, but he has the smash ball all to himself, and he gets it along with the stock. Oh, man.
Oh, that
smash ball is jostled loose, and it careens to a pin, but here comes another one. Can Zero snag it? Oh, it's going to be MkLeo that grabs it. Excuse me, Zero with this. MkLeo gets the smash ball, trying to get Zero in his sights. Looking for the shot. Is it going to be enough to get Zero? Zero doing a fine job there, Vicky, hopping off stage.
Yeah, Zero doing a great job at avoiding that final smash. Quite unfortunate, but it was meant to be. Leo's gravity does sometimes stink, Jordan.
Couple of up tilts by Zero right here into the juggle in the mid-air. Beautiful job on the forward air, and we see Zero continuing to apply that pressure here, Vish.
Yeah, and another strong part of Sheik's play in this particular iteration is that the back air is really, really strong, so any kind of off-stage edge guard that he gets like that might actually KO. And we get the forward smash, still not quite great DI from MkLeo.
MkLeo trying to recover at this point. That up B gets him on the edge, but then the 1-2 grab to the side throw. Nicely done by Zero right there, Vicky.
Yeah, and as you can see, Snake's up tilt is still as strong as those who have played Super Smash Bros. Brawl have witnessed. It also kills. Vish, I know you've seen this a few times yourself.
Oh yeah, definitely. And even you saw MkLeo coming back with the up B. It does have like a bit of super armor, so even though Zero hit it, it did not actually knock him out of it. And now he's recovering so high, and that's a great mix-up. He dropped the bomb at the same time, so it was actually kind of scary for Zero to go there and edge guard him. And he, what a play from MkLeo to do the bomb like that, and just, now it's just 1-to-1, guys.
Couple of stocks are swapped at that point. Both these fighters looking for a spot in the grand finals, down to their final stock. Zero versus MkLeo. You see the C4 in the middle of the map at this point right now. You gotta watch out for that, Vicky.
Yeah, as you see right here, Zero actually playing a lot more patient, as now he's deciding to be a little bit more aggressive by the ledge. Wants to, oh my goodness, Leo though with these setups, not letting Zero land, taking advantage of the fact that he's deciding to contest him in the air.
Zero trying to zone out MkLeo at this point, trying to put a little bit more distance between him and MkLeo, but you just see the consistent pressure by the projectiles, but MkLeo, Zero, oh, with the air juggle against MkLeo. Vish, he is relentless.
Oh my God, he brought this all the way back, man. That's so much percent out there, and I like the way that MkLeo is playing. He's just kind of staying back and putting mines, putting grenades, but Zero just kind of dashed in, because that's a really good play against this kind of defensive style, and he's got needles of his own. He's got some projectiles.
See a couple of grenades come out, trying to keep Zero at bay at this point. Zero at 90%, MkLeo 48. Oh, Zero sent to the top of the screen, still able to hold on there though, Vicky.
And I like how Leo is hanging around the right side of the platform, watching it go up and down, and acknowledging where he could throw his grenades to continuously pressure Zero.
Yeah, and Zero also kind of making a good advantage of that same particular location by kind of just jumping and forward airing as soon as he sees MkLeo going, and a bomb. Oh, he goes for the bouncing fish way off the top. This is crazy. Oh, man.
Up B by MkLeo to get back on stage. The grab into the back throw. Is it enough? No. Zero still able to stay alive on the upper platform. MkLeo trying to put some pressure on Zero, find his way into the grand finals. Can Zero cause a comeback here, though? MkLeo, Zero, both trying to figure each other out, but here comes a juggle from Zero here, Vish.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and the bouncing fish by Fish! So Look at this pop-off.
Popping off, man. How did he make that comeback? He was down like 50, 60% the entire time, and he goes for a bouncing fish right at the end.
That was so smart. He recognized that Leo's only option was to make it back towards the stage, and he was able to capitalize off of it, Jordan.
Zero gets the victory. He will move on to grand finals. MkLeo, he's not done yet, though. He'll take on Plup in the finals of the elimination bracket. So we view that bracket, and we see how MkLeo now moves on down to that. Smash ball on, items on, though, for this one here, Vish. So this will certainly change the strategy up as both these fighters look to find a spot in the grand finals.
For sure, for sure. And just with how close that was, it feels like MkLeo is definitely hungry for that comeback to make it all the way back there. But Plup is no short on being a great competitor on his own. And I'm curious to see what the last character they have in that slot is, because that's going to really determine how this 1v1 is going to go.
Let's take a look at the character cards for both of these fighters as they get set. And as we said earlier, each fighter had to choose 3 characters, and now the book is completely open. Now that you've gone through all 3, you can choose whomever you would like to.
Right.
You see Ridley, Pit, and Villager available for Plup, MkLeo, Bayonetta, Snake, and Sonic. So a plethora of choices here, Vicky.
Yeah, I could definitely see Leo most likely opt for Sonic. He did do a really good job playing Sonic, so I could see him maybe contest with that, or possibly Bayonetta, although the Snake showcase was pretty exciting. Coming from Plup, we saw his amazing pit play, consistently ledge guarding his opponent, so maybe we're going to see the pit come back.
And Vish, if you're Plup, do you maybe go with Ridley, a character that we haven't seen much of at all, because you know how well these players scout each other and know these characters in and out as far as attacking and defending against them? Do you throw a curveball there with Ridley, potentially?
Yeah, I mean, because Ridley was just so recently announced, I mean, and they didn't get to play it very much, and the character design as a whole is just so new. Something like that could work out really well. I'm curious to see whether MkLeo would go Bayonetta, because you can't really ladder the same way you do, ladder combo the same way you do as in Smash for Wii U. So it's not quite as potent as it was, but it still kind of operates in a very similar way, just the combo style and the play style of Bayonetta. But we have Bayonetta versus Ridley. Plup is laying it all down on the line. And MkLeo going Bayonetta. This is going to be a good one, guys.
Two of the most recent additions to the Super Smash Bros. Universe, and early on, Vicky, your thoughts on the character selection and what we got going here in this 1v1?
Well, I'm just so happy that we're going to finally see more showcase moves from Ridley. As those of you who were tuning into the Nintendo Direct, Ridley's down B has no knockback, but it doesn't matter because look at this jab! Look at this jab, Vish!
45%. He just had him in the corner there. Bayonetta couldn't do anything. How does it feel, Bayonetta?
Smash ball on the stage. Bayonetta's going to go ahead and grab that. That'll make a huge difference. And look at what we got going on here, Vish.
Oh my God! This is such a beautiful final smash. A bigger Ridley just destroyed Ridley? Is that what I just saw?
Oh my goodness.
MkLeo with the early 4-3 stock advantage, and then we see Bomber on the stage here. Vicky, you can pick that up. And all of a sudden it's 4-2 MkLeo with a sizable advantage, Vicky.
Yeah, and although MkLeo does have the advantage, Ridley does have the damage output necessary to make this comeback.
Oh yeah, for sure. We saw that the down B does what, 51%? That's nuts. And what?
Wait,
Green said that. Wait, right.
As we said that. What game is this?
Oh my God.
What game is this?
It's Green's being such a low stage to the top that Bayonetta just does Bayonetta things, and we just got to deal with it.
MkLeo taking Plup to cruising altitude and a couple of KOs. MkLeo trying to hang on, really trying to get the punish off the edge of the edge. Bayonetta unable to recover. Can Plup get back on stage with Ridley? He certainly does, and it's now 3-1. But you see Plup at 106 trying to edge guard against Bayonetta. It's going to be another combo and juggle off the top of the screen, and that is game.
Okay.
MkLeo as Bayonetta taking Plup and Ridley for a ride at the top of the screen for several KOs right there.
So disregard what I said earlier. Bayonetta still got it. Bayonetta's back on the block, looking as great as ever. Looking.
Well, we talked about it before.
That after this Invitational, if Zero gets his 2-step, if Zero proceeds with the second win of an Invitational, then he better come out of retirement, because we are finally seeing our grand finals match, Zero versus MkLeo.
Yeah, and he's pulling out the Scarf again. Let's go, Scarf Army in full effect. But yeah, as we saw in the previous match, that all 3 characters are unlocked again, so they can start from fresh. Smash Ball is off, items are off. It's going to be a nice little one-on-one, a clean little one-on-one.
Stage hazards will be off as well, too, so you do get a pretty good replica of some high-level competitive play between these two. There is the opportunity for a bracket reset. If MkLeo can take the first best of 3, we will reset the bracket. It is double elimination, but if you're 0, you're 2 wins away from becoming the champion. So take me through maybe some of this character strategy. We saw what MkLeo, Vicky, was able to do with Bayonetta. Did we see if 0 counters with Sheik, or what type of decision do you think we might see from these players?
I'm kind of expecting the Sheik. Funny that you mentioned it, Jordan. Bayonetta, is she gonna be the best character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Vish?
I mean, that last set was kind of crazy, dude. The ladder combo's still in full effect. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what 0 does, because I think MkLeo is pretty comfortable with his Bayonetta pick, just based on how things are going. I feel like 0 is going to go Sheik, because it felt like he got a few of his own combo initiations and combo setups going in terms of his forward airs, in terms of his bouncing fishes off stage. So I think that's the matchup we're going to see, but I mean, we could just see a curveball with something else. What do you think?
Let's get set for these grand finals of the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. MkLeo taking on 0. Final destination. Smash Ball off, items off, and we get set as these 2 titans get ready to square off against each other. The characters will be, it's a V of Mario for 0 taking on Bayonetta for MkLeo. So no surprises with MkLeo, but 0 going with Mario.
Yeah, Mario also had a lot of decent up tilt setups that he had before, and even the up air string really well. So I think this can work out too. He's got the combo setups with Mario as well. Curious to see how this one goes.
Grand finals, best of 3, one-on-one, smash ball off, items off as well too. MkLeo with the grab, beautiful up tilt as well too. Mario with the back air and the up tilt, a nice little juggle right there, Vicky.
Yeah, Bass within not being as safe as you may think from the previous game, but MkLeo applying a good amount of pressure. 0 playing everyone's favorite plumber, trying to play as safe as possible, does not want to get caught in that witch twist, Jordan.
Grab into the down throw from 0, unable to turn that into a combo right there, and then you continue to look at the constant pressure that MkLeo is applying on 0 here, Vish.
Yeah, it feels like grab combos are not quite as potent. It's more just for like positioning. We saw him try to go for the up air. We saw Bayonetta try to go with her throw as well, and not really connecting too much. So I think aerials, that was amazing spacing to be right outside that hitbox. 0's crazy.
Double forward smash?
Yeah. Yeah.
0 doing a great job of blocking that down air from MkLeo Bayonetta. MkLeo at 95, 0 at 92. These fighters have been so equally matched throughout this tournament. Now comes the edge guard phase by MkLeo. 0 able to get back on the stage. MkLeo sending 0 off. 0 looking for the recovery, able to get back on, Vicky.
Yeah, I like the use of the cape right there. It's able to stall his recovery, but unfortunately not going to be enough as Leo continuously goes down there and edge guards him with the back air.
Yeah, so the ledge has similar mechanics to Smash for U, where you get the ledge trump, but you don't get the back air afterwards that you do in Smash for Wii U. So going out there before you even get the ledge is a great way to get the edge guard. You saw him just get the hit before you could even contest the edge.
Mario into the down tilt. Gets the up smash against MkLeo, and it's now 2 stocks to 2.
Oh, the dash dance? 0? It's moving fast. Okay, the combo, and DI'd out of it. Okay, all right.
All right, but no more up tilt combos here. But as I say that with the up air and then trying to go for that fair, Flood is still ready for him. MkLeo, though, makes it back onto the stage.
Yeah, it looked like he was getting something started, especially with a forwarder at the end and then using the flood and trying to cape right after. This is some high level already. I'm really liking what I'm seeing in this one-on-one.
0 able to avoid the KO from the juggle that we saw at the top. MkLeo so well known for that. It's 92 for MkLeo, 85 for 0. Down to 2 stocks here in our first of 3 in the grand finals, Vicky.
Like to note that SDI is not as prominent within Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, although DI does become important at later percents, and unfortunately, with that air dodge, it's going to have too much lag to be able to recover back onto the stage.
A mishap by 0. It's going to cost him a stock. It's now 2 stocks to 1. And if you're MkLeo here, Vish, you want to make the most of this 1 stock advantage. But there goes that advantage.
Yeah,
down to our final stock here in the first matchup of grand finals. Bayonetta with the up tilt. MkLeo at 0. 0 at 45% when it comes to health. Oh, we see the perfect shield right there.
Yeah, and perfect shielding in this game actually happens when the shield goes down. So you have to be shielding and then you let go at the proper timing, and it does the perfect shield as opposed to previously where it would be where the shield came up.
Bayonetta getting 0 into that combo. 0 able to get out of there. MkLeo applying the pressure, the grab, side throw, trying to punish on the edge right there. Up B by 0 to get back on stage, Vicky.
Very smart of 0 to keep his jump in that instant. Unfortunately, he's going to be getting out of it.
First game will go to MkLeo and Bayonetta. It's best of 3 in this grand finals. If MkLeo can steal 2 out of these 3, we reset the bracket. What did you like from what he was doing with Bayonetta in that matchup?
I like the way he was edge guarding. As soon as 0 was way far off, he was trying to shoot. And I think before 0 could even do the up Bs to get the ledge, he would go out there and do the edge guards. At the end, though, 0 tried to mix him up by doing the up B earlier and get on stage, and we see the magnet hands are not nearly as strong as they were before. So I'm liking the little mix-ups that we're seeing from both of these players.
And Vicky, you pointed it out. We saw a little bit of a mishap from 0. He went with that air dodge with Mario, and the lag is so long after that. We saw the self-inflicted KO, and that was a critical stock in this match.
It's quite unfortunate. Directional air dodge actually has a lot of ending lag, so you don't want to do it too high above the ground. You kind of want to do it closer to the ground so that way you can take advantage, but also at the same time, Jordan, we can't be dodging too much in this game or else it starts slowing down.
It certainly does. Both these fighters have the chance to change their characters as they get set, so let's get you set for Game 2 in this grand finals. We're looking for a potential bracket reset. If MkLeo can get the victory over 0, 0 is just 2 games away from becoming our Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018 champion. And we have Sheik versus Sonic, a couple of very speedy characters here, Vish.
For sure, and like we were mentioning before, just the tilt combos, the forward airs, the bouncing fish, it feels like 0's definitely in his comfort zone here going up against the Sonic.
Sonic doing a great job early on with the grab into the down throw, getting the juggle early on. Both fighters spacing each other out, but MkLeo at only 8%, 0 already with 62% damage. And Vicky, we see those throws by MkLeo and Sonic leading to some nice 2- and 3-hit combos.
Yeah, MkLeo is doing a really good job at taking advantage of catching landings with Sonic, a character who is known to have some of the fastest speed in the game.
Yeah, and we see a lot of moves hitting into back air or even out of throws, as we were talking about, doing the up air, and then he does the up B really cleverly to get out of 0's range and then using the aerial drift to get back to the center stage. I really like this play, and he's using the up B there again to try to edge guard him as the bumper falls down. It does have a hitbox, and an up smash coming out from MkLeo, taking the first stock.
MkLeo's up smash gives him the 3-2 stock advantage. MkLeo at just 55% as well, so he's going to try and certainly make the most of this. The crowd chanting MkLeo, the support for the youngster here as he tries to upset 0. Another grab, Vicky, into a juggle, and we see MkLeo dominating the aerial game here early on.
Yeah, 0 finally finding his footing onto the ground, and how exciting would it be, Jordan, to see a bracket reset and more characters on the screen. Now we see Leo taking advantage of Sonic's speed.
Yeah, and he's doing a really good job while 0 is above him, just kind of homing in and figuring out where exactly he's going to go and then connecting it to up airs and back airs as he's been doing. So he's just following him while he's in the air, and he gets the charge full smash. He just caught 0 jumping right into it.
Brilliantly played by MkLeo and Sonic, and he has a commanding 3-1 stock lead at this point. 0 trying to come back and take a game from MkLeo. If not, we're going to have a bracket reset and a quick one like that. Oh, but she getting an up smash, and it's now 2 stocks to 1 here, Vicky.
That follow-up into the up smash was just beautiful coming from 0, and MkLeo is not faltering. Notice how 0 now has 1 stock. He does have quite a hill to climb here.
Yeah, MkLeo, 0. As we said, MkLeo can advance with a victory here and advance it to a bracket reset. Sheik trying to get that fair to connect. No luck right there. MkLeo coming back down to the field. Block trying to punish right there, but 0 able to recover with Sheik. Both fighters still staying in the middle of this map here, Vish.
I gotta say, MkLeo is doing such a great job getting out of these combos using the up B. It's like really fast and gets you so far up there that 0 can't really get anything started, and then he just aerial drifts to like the center of the stage. It's really great play for MkLeo, and he gets almost gets the upper. This guy's going nuts.
Beautiful mix-up by MkLeo to keep Zero at bay. 100 for Zero, 92.5 for MkLeo. MkLeo with the 2-to-1 stock advantage. Trying to get the KO at the top with the up air. No luck right there. The grab into the side throw from Zero. MkLeo with that forward air. Now he has to edge guard. Zero getting back up on the stage. MkLeo trying to close this one out here, Vic.
He's playing extremely patient right here, but unfortunately falls susceptible to Zero's up smash once again, Vish.
Yeah, I mean, like we're talking about, if he does that aerial drift that many times, eventually Zero's gonna get a read on him, and he read that up smash, but gets the back air with the cutscene finish. Beautiful.
We have a bracket reset. MkLeo taking 2 games from Zero in our grand final. So let's go ahead and reset this thing, and now it becomes a true best 2 out of 3 between both these very talented fighters. And what we saw there, Vicky, with Sonic was the ability to really dominate the aerial game, but as Vish pointed out, getting out of those combos that Zero was trying to throw at him.
Yeah, using the spring as well as an option to just make sure he's not going to be falling to Zero's combos. He kept his ground really well throughout the entire match and continuously racked up a lot of damage on Zero as Zero was trying to find his footing back to the stage.
But I will say that it felt like Zero was kind of adapting towards the end because he kind of understood, okay, he's going to try to get out of my combos as soon as he can with the up B. So as the set goes on, I'm wondering if Zero will punish those kind of up Bs and then trying to wait for the aerial drift a little bit harder even. So it's going to be interesting to see how this progresses.
Well, let's get ready for our grand finals. It'll be best 2 out of 3. We had the bracket reset. MkLeo taking on Zero. Let's see the character selection. Oh, Sonic versus Mario. Take me back to all my arguments in the 1990s right here, Vicky.
Oh my goodness, the ultimate battle, and what a great fitting battle at that here within our final grand finals match. And here we are, Sonic versus Mario, ladies and gentlemen, with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the screen. Where are we leaving right now, Vish?
This is crazy, man. You could not have picked these 2 more iconic characters for such a finals. It feels like MkLeo is really controlling the center well, and he goes back to center, and because he has such speed with Sonic, he can just dash all the way back and punish Zero's movement. So he's already got a little bit of a lead.
Side grab into the throw by Zero, able to clear space out of MkLeo. Zero trying to move around MkLeo with that speed, gets that dash attack to connect. Oh, but there's the air dodge we talked about. Vicky able to recover in time.
Right.
Yeah, and unfortunately he had to resort to recovering early there, and he got hit by forward smash, but he was still able to make it back onto the stage.
Right.
MkLeo with the 56% health advantage to Zero's 114 early on, both fighters at 3 stocks.
Yeah, it just really feels like the MkLeo is content with just kind of keeping center stage. Oh, and a strong forward smash, but not quite enough percent. Trying to use the flood to push him off. Not enough. The drift, but gets the up smash on recovery like that. Zero.
Up smash from Zero clears things out, and you continue to look at the 3-to-2 stock advantage for Zero at this point. MkLeo and Sonic trying to connect with that forward smash back air. No good right there. Sonic able to miss right there, but the punish and the throw by Zero here, Vicky.
Yeah, and it's just as Vish said, Zero adapting to MkLeo and playing a lot more aggressively.
Yeah, I also feel like Zero's actually staying really grounded as opposed to jumping, because MkLeo would just kind of get those punishes while Zero is in the air, and Zero's just like, you know, I'm gonna stay on the ground and get these nice little ground combos and rack up some percent going into the stock.
The 1-2-3 jab on the edge guard, another down tilt to the edge guard, and Zero really doing a fine job staying grounded with Mario and getting those combos against MkLeo he wasn't able to get in the last game here, Vic.
Oh man, it really feels like it's hard to edge guard Sonic just the way he bounced like that and goes all the way below and then gets the up B. Mario can't really do much, just kind of waiting for Sonic to get back. MkLeo with a nice little up throw there. Okay.
How about the aerial right there? Vish, Sonic doing a great job. MkLeo, it's now 2 stocks to 2. And if you're MkLeo, this is where you try to mount a comeback, but the grab and the side throw by Zero, that's gonna clear space. MkLeo can't recover in time, and now Vicky Zero's looking at a 2-to-1 stock advantage over MkLeo.
Similar situation as to what happened to Zero, not happening to Leo, but as you can see right here, he's not letting it falter him as he continuously tries to find a way to get in on him.
Yeah, I mean, just the grounded adaptation from Zero is so hard for Sonic to contend with. He tries to throw him up in the air and get some follow-ups that way, but it's just not really a Sonic strong suit, it looks like, in this matchup, to be grounded in that manner.
Sonic with the grab into the side throw, followed by the fair, was able to rack up some damage once again, getting another throw into some combo, and here comes the forward smash. That connects right there. Both fighters getting back on stage. MkLeo trying to mount a comeback, down 2-1 in the stocks. Unable to connect with the aerial there, able to connect on the ground, but once again, Zero with the grab and the side throw, Vicky.
It's actually quite interesting to see that Zero's actually trying to go for the perfect shield. This new mechanic now introduced within the new game where he lets go of shield at the perfect time to parry Sonic.
Yeah, the timing is really tight though, so it's very impressive that he's trying to go for it in this kind of juncture of the tournament. Oh, gets the pop-up, doesn't get the upper. They're back to neutral position.
Zero with the 2-to-1 stock advantage, trying to get as much damage on MkLeo as he can while he still has that one stock lead. MkLeo trying to, of course, nullify that and trying to make it even ground. Oh, but the up smash from Zero, not enough to clear things out. Still not enough here, Vicky.
Yeah, getting the back hit of the up smash right there. Tries to go for the frontal hit instead, but unfortunately, since it was so unsafe, MkLeo was able to shield grab him and send him out of there.
Yeah.
Grab by Zero. MkLeo at 120, both fighters at their final stock. Zero, fresh as a daisy right now with only 0%. Oh, Zero able to connect with that fair. Beautifully done right there. MkLeo trying to avoid the combo on the edge, rolling back right there, gets a chance to punish with the back throw. Unable to do anything else right there, Fish.
Oh, and he gets a couple of great hits. Okay, great air dodge from Zero. He really needed that. It looked like he was in trouble with all those back airs that MkLeo was doing. Great. Nice little backer from Zero as well, but it is pretty difficult to edge guard Zero. Oh my
Reed! And the Reed with the up smash!
Oh my God, Katya slipping, roll
Zero
in.
gets the up smash. He takes the first game of our grand finals. Don't forget, best 2 out of 3. Zero needs one more game, and he will be our champion of the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. And what we saw there, and it's a good point that you pointed out there, Vish, we saw Zero doing a better job of staying grounded. He really got punished and damaged quite a bit by those aerials in the previous matchup against Sonic. Wasn't the case this time.
Yeah, I mean, just how much that Sonic was getting while Mario was in the air. Zero kind of saw that and he was like, you know what, if I just stay grounded, I can still start up some of my initiations with my up tilt into my up airs and even some of my throws. But Sonic has a much harder time, it looked like, to get those kind of same initiations. But even then, it was still really close towards the end, just almost with that edge guard from MkLeo with those couple back airs.
You talk about MkLeo and his ability to edge guard, but the air dodge by Zero was so critical. Vicky, tell us why.
Because at that moment, he recognized that MkLeo was going to try to go for something. So to avoid it, he had to maneuver himself around there. But because air dodge isn't the same way in this game, you don't want to be air dodging too much. Because if you air dodge from a high distance, there's so much lag. So you could possibly be ending your stock in an SD.
Well, let's get set for our next game here. MkLeo versus Zero. If Zero can get the victory here, he will be our champion. Which characters will they choose? Well, let's go ahead and just rack it up again. Mario versus Sonic. Zero controlling Mario, MkLeo controlling Sonic. And you get a chance to take a look at the different mechanics of the stage now.
Right.
What are we going to expect to see here strategy-wise here, Vish?
I mean, it's a longer stage, so controlling center and controlling that mid platform is going to be better. It feels like because there are platforms, he can kind of get underneath Mario and get the initiations that Sonic is really looking for. So this could work out really well for him. We'll see how it goes.
And loser chooses the stage, so this was an interesting choice by MkLeo. You want to introduce some verticality to this level here, Vicky.
Yeah, this is a stage that is no stranger to us. Town and City finally showing itself, and MkLeo with the grab, and here's the follows, but wow, Zero falling with an aerial into a grab.
We see MkLeo getting back up on the ledge at this point, trying to do an edge guard punish. Oh, Zero able to take advantage of that. 3 straight connections on the juggle right there, followed by the up B, and he has a 70-92 advantage. Zero right now looking very strong. Once again, the forward smash, is it enough? No, MkLeo able to get back on the stage here, Fish.
Yeah, I mean, and I think just because the stage, the bottom part of the stage is so long, Sonic can just kind of traverse that way quicker. And wow, what a great recovery after doing up air and then doing another up B into up air. That actually keeps the ledge so safe. I'd be scared to edge guard if I were Zero going down there.
MkLeo getting back on the stage, but staring at a 148% damage right now. Zero just at 88, and there comes the smash from Zero, Vicky.
And there's a parry that you just saw right there, the perfect shield coming out of Zero, and you could recognize that Zero's always at an advantage whenever he keeps MkLeo guessing of what option he should do off the ledge.
for sure, for sure.
MkLeo at 19%, Zero at 120, 3-2 stock advantage for Zero. Here we go, MkLeo with the back throw. Is it going to be enough? No, Zero able to get back on stage, but that spring catches him in mid-air, and how about that edge guard, Vish?
That's really smart. We've seen him try to do that earlier where the spring has a hitbox as it falls down there, and that one actually worked out perfectly against Mario's style of recovery. I like it.
MkLeo getting juggled a little bit in the air, but you see those platforms are now back. Zero trying to edge guard right there. MkLeo getting back on. MkLeo rolling out of the couple of aerials thrown out by Zero, able to get the nice up smash. Zero coming down to earth right now at this point, and then here comes yet another combo here, Vish.
Oh man, and again, just that up air off from recovery just keeps him safe while he gets back on stage. It's actually a really great recovery option. Knocks him off, tries to read drift in, but Zero doesn't bite, actually aerialing in instead, keeping himself safe. Oh. Gets the up air.
Grab into the down throw earlier by MkLeo. Zero trying to hold things down on the ground, avoiding matching MkLeo in the air. And Vicky, you seem that strategy is working pretty well for Zero here early on.
Yeah, since he was trying to catch Leo with the up smash, instead Leo caught him with his forward smash, showing him what the fist has to say.
Don't let me catch you sleeping right there. MkLeo with a 2-1 stock lead, however, at 131% damage, trying to get as much as he can, playing with house money at this point, trying to force a game 3 in our grand finals. Zero, meanwhile, has to eliminate 2 more stocks. Can MkLeo get back on? But Vicky, we see the recovery, and now it's 1 stock each. If Zero can get the KO here, he will be our champion, Vish.
I really feel like as the set progresses, we're seeing these harder and harder reads with these huge smash attacks. I mean, they're not really crazy fast, so it must really have an understanding of who they're playing against and where exactly they're going to be during their trajectories. Really
MkLeo with a couple of juggles right there. Zero on the side of the screen, getting a chance to recover here, Vicky. And you look at what's at stake with 1 stock left here for each fighter.
Jordan, this is a perfect representation of momentum at its finest. MkLeo really showing that confidence as he continues to follow Zero up in the air, and another grab. He is sent off the left side of the stage. Can he make it back safely, though?
Yeah, and then MkLeo just kind of keeping a little bit outside the range of any kind of hitboxes that Zero can do off the stage, and he gets the back air in the middle of the stage, and this is going to game 3, guys.
Let's get some extra Super Smash Brothers Ultimate here. It is now 1-1, and we go to a winner-take-all decisive game 3 for what we saw there from MkLeo and Sonic. The addition of the platforms in that level really seemed to help with that vertical game, because if you were Mario and Zero and you tried to stay grounded, you still had a chance to get juggled in the air by MkLeo.
As Vish pointed out, the platforms actually allowed MkLeo to take advantage of the platform pressure that he was applying to Zero. Although it seemed very close up until the very last stock, Leo was able to carry his momentum and take game 2.
Oh my God, I gotta give a shout out to both these competitors for giving us the most possible matches that we could have at this Invitational, going all the way down to the last game. I'm so excited, man.
Well, we've had an unbelievable crowd. Is everybody ready for Game 3, Grand Finals, Super Smash Brothers Invitational 2018? It all comes down to this between MkLeo. Can the youngster dethrone Zero, or will Zero look to repeat it yet another Invitational? It's Mario versus Sonic. Zero, the loser of the last game, choosing to go with the completely flat final destination here, Vish.
Right, and it's exactly like we were talking about before. It just felt like his grounded game was really powered up with this kind of stage, and he was just forced into the air a little bit more with that previous one. Makes sense to me in terms of a counterpick for Zero.
Early going here, no major advantage for either fighter. Zero at 35, MkLeo at 26. Both fighters, it seems like Vicky a little cautious and just making sure that they distance themselves from each other.
Yeah, this is a neutral as well, so you see Leo is just trying to be a little bit more defensive, does not want to land the first hit, as he recognizes Zero is trying to go for the more aggressive approach here. A lot of rolls coming from Leo, which we've established isn't the best idea, but you can tell he's feeling very confident in keeping those rolls going and keeping Zero up in the air.
You see the forward air from MkLeo going out. Both fighters still relatively the same health percentage. And you look at MkLeo, got to try and put some pressure on Zero, because you have to match that aggressiveness here, Fish.
Yeah, and I like the movements that they're doing. They're not being too committal with any of their attacks. They're kind of dashing and then stopping their dash with their shield, so they can immediately act out of it as best they can. They either get a shield grab or they can jump out and do an aerial. Oh, he goes all the way out there. I like the quick up B from MkLeo. It kind of avoids the back air that Zero was trying.
It's Zero giving MkLeo a taste of his own medicine with some aerials leading to some juggle combos, and now it's 115 MkLeo, 78-0. Both fighters 3 stocks as the winner will be your champion of the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018. Zero looking to recover. Oh, able to avoid the spring there, Vicky.
Yeah, good avoidance there coming from Zero, but he still finds himself off stage. Leo applying so much pressure from the spring, and that tech! Fish!
Oh my god, that tech was amazing. I mean, he's been seeing that the uppy spring is going to be coming out there, so he was definitely expecting it. He was just ready for it. And Zero's again off of the ledge. Zero is reading MkLeo with so many up smashes, gets the KO. He's up a little bit.
Another grab into a side throw from Zero. He's up 3 stocks to 2, trying to make the most that he can with this. MkLeo with the grab and the forward throw. Not enough to clear Zero out of the arena at this point. Trying to edge guard. Both fighters being very technical about what they're trying to do. Oh, another grab by MkLeo into the back throw here, Fish.
Oh my god, yeah, really cautious play, especially on the ledge. You're just like, what is he gonna do? Am I gonna get red again? I don't want to get smashed one more time in this finals.
The patience, though, displayed from Zero. He was trying to get the read with a down smash. Notice he still has all 3 stocks. He is at 151, though, so MkLeo is going to try to go for those back airs a little bit more often, or catch a jump with an up smash.
Once again, another grab into a forward throw by MkLeo, but you see Zero able to rack up damage after damage on MkLeo with a 3-2 stock advantage. Zero still staying alive at 163. Both these fighters, it's been back and forth throughout this entire tournament, and beautiful aerial right there, Fish.
Yeah, you can really feel like the pace of this last match was a bit slower and a little bit more methodical. They're kind of just waiting and trying to punish, trying to see where the air dodges come out, seeing where the recoveries are come out. Like there, Zero got a great backer on the right side of the stage there. Just trying to control center is working out so well for the... Oh my god, what an up
Sonic
smash.
tried to do the down air, but the up smash by Mario trumps that. And now it's 175-19, but Zero with the 3-1 stock lead here, Vicky.
Yeah, Zero with the up smash uncontested, but MkLeo with the back air finally taking Zero's first stop.
That was so smart from Zero, because that's one of the few options Sonic has on coming down like that, and you hadn't used it thus far, but that was just the hardest, coldest read I've seen.
Zero is just 1 KO away from becoming your champion. MkLeo staring a 2-1 deficit in the face. Side throw by Zero. MkLeo trying to recover. Zero missing with a couple of those aerials right there. Both fighters, couple of glancing blows. MkLeo gets back on the stage, able to punish with the smash, Vicky.
Yeah, which punch is going to hit first as MkLeo now tosses Zero off stage. Although he does have 91% on his last stock, he's going to probably want to play a little bit more safely.
Yeah, he really needs to, just with the percent that he has. He's got to really make every single recovery count. He's got to get back to center as best he can. This is not a great position. It's not worked out really well for MkLeo while he's getting off the ledge. Zero's read it many, many times. Oh my goodness.
Keep an eye out for that up smash from Zero. Sonic and MkLeo at 121. Zero can smell a championship. Just has to connect with one more critical hit here. Trying to block, gets the forward air. Is it enough? No. MkLeo getting back on the stage. Zero trying to close this thing out. Side throw against MkLeo. Still not enough, but here it is, and that is it. Your champion, Zero, able to get the victory over MkLeo, and he is your champion of the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018.
How does he keep doing it, man? How does he win every invitation? How does he get back all the way to finals, bringing out the scarf, bringing out the Mario? This guy cannot be stopped. He is just so good.
And it took the 3rd game of the grand finals, Vicky, and you look at how well matched both these players are, how well respected they are in the community, and it's certainly a treat for everybody that got a chance to watch that.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, seeing Zero with another streak here with the Super Smash Bros. Invitational. I want to know who's been giving Zero these notes, because what a fantastic showcase, Vish.
Oh my God, is Smash Brothers in this guy's blood? How is he so good at it? I mean, he's just born to play. This guy is a contender. I really love the adaptation throughout the set from both of these competitors. They really showed us what high level potentially could look like in this game, and it was a really great showing, honestly. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Like you said, a tremendous showing of skill that we saw from both Zero and MkLeo and all of our fighters. But now let's get set for our award ceremony, and for that, let's bring him out again, the creator of the Super Smash Bros. Series. Put your hands together for Mr. Sakurai.
Zero do it every time.
And what a treat for everybody here at the Velasco Theater. We have medals for both of our finalists here. And let's begin with our second place finisher, MkLeo. As the crowd chants Sakurai, you see the love from this community for the creator. But let's go ahead and get started with our award ceremony right here. We have a couple of medals for our participants here. Let's begin with our second place finisher. Please give a big round of applause for MkLeo. And we had to get to the final game of our grand finals, but we have a champion. Give it up for Zero. And not only does our champion get a medal, but we also have a trophy for our champion. So let's go ahead and bring that out, our Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018 Championship Trophy presented by Mr. Sakurai himself to our champion, Zero.
Oh. That is a beautiful trophy. Oh my gosh.
Gorgeous.
Just a wonderful display. Now let's hand it over to Mr. Sakurai for a few words.
Zero は本当に強いな。
Zero, you are really good.
選手の皆さんに入場してもらいましょう。Please come in.
Let's ask the players who participated to come out on stage.
皆さんお楽しみいただけましたでしょうか。
So, did you enjoy the show?
実は皆さん忘れているかもしれませんが、このゲームは未完成品です。
And I don't know if you remember, but this game is not yet done.
私は正直どれだけ不具合が出るんじゃないか、止まるんじゃないかと、心配しながら見ていました。
And honestly, I was really scared that, oh my God, there's going to be a bug, it's going to freeze up. I was really scared.
ちなみにこの試合を見ていて不具合を2、3見つけてしまいました。
And speaking of which, I did find already 2 or 3 bugs while watching this tournament.
製品が出るまでに直します。
I'll be sure to fix it in the production version.
Yeah.
それにしてもまだ制作をしている最中のゲームなのになんて上手にプレイするんだろうなと思いましたね。
But I was really impressed at how well you guys played, despite this being a game in development.
ただし、このゲームのバランスも日々変わっていきますし、開発中に日々変わっていきますし、また、今作ならではのルールを覚えると挙動もどんどん違ってくると思います。
And this game is constantly being adjusted, and the balancing is constantly being adjusted during development. And as you learn the new rule sets for this game, I think what you can do with this game will change as well.
だからさっさと完成できるように、日本にすぐに帰ろうと思います。今日深夜便で帰って朝に日本に到着しすぐに仕事します。
So with that said, I need to go back home to Japan and get working. So I'm going to take a midnight flight tonight and start work tomorrow morning.
This guy's pretty good.
だから皆さんどうぞ。Thank you. Thank you. どうぞ発売を楽しみにしてください。ありがとうございました。
And with that said, I hope you're all looking forward to the release of this game. Thank you very much.
All right, let's give it up one more time for Mr. Sakurai and all of our players that took place in the Super Smash Bros. Invitational 2018.